Hey guys, Tony here. The start of the NFL season on September the 6th and what it reveals for the upcoming winner of the Super Bowl. We include the end day from the start of the season, September the 6th to February the 3rd, leaves us with a time span of 151 days. And in Gematria, it is who will Luck win the Super Bowl against? Andrew Luck. Who will Rodgers lose the Super Bowl? 151, it is 151 days from September the 6th, the day that the season begins, to the day of the Super Bowl kickoff. The rigging and the scripting by the numbers through the Kabbalah code of Gematria and numerology. The team that Aaron Rodgers, or the team that Andrew Luck is going to win the Super Bowl against, is the Green Bay Packers. Because when you do not include the end day, this time span is 150 days from the start of the NFL season to the Super Bowl on February the 3rd. In Gematria, it is Green Bay Packers that equals 150. It is the year of luck that equals 150 this year for Andrew Luck, featuring a Super Bowl against the Green Bay Packers now. Andrew Luck won the Super Bowl against who? In Gematria equals 138. The answer is Aaron Charles Rodgers. Aaron C. Rodgers and Andrew Luck won the Super Bowl against, have the same Gematria of 138. Now this 2018 Colts is going to be their 66th season. Once the Wikipedia page is going to show, I can show you that this is the franchise's 66th season in the National Football League, with 34 prior seasons in Indianapolis. It is the Super Bowl that's going to be played on the 34th day of the year. The 66th season in Indianapolis. 12 years later, after Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl in the year that starts in 18, Peyton Manning, right? It is title that equals 66. Colts versus Packers equals 66. This is why there are 21 weeks in the NFL season. 17 in the regular season, 4 in the playoffs. Title equals 66. In the Colts 66th season, the Super Bowl matchup, it cannot be any more clear. Now, the last time an AFC team won the Super Bowl, or won a game at the old stadium, was the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a total of 57 points that game. It's 57. It's Super Bowl. It's championship that equal 131. The game was played on a date numerology of 52, December the 4th of 2016. The last time a team from the AFC won at the old Georgia Dome. The second season at the new Falcon Stadium. The last game, of course, at the Falcons Stadium, the Georgia Dome, came featuring Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. This is part of the riddle. The last time Aaron Rodgers was close to the Super Bowl was when they lost to the Atlanta Falcons at the Georgia Dome in the last game at the Georgia Dome. That was the last time that Aaron Rodgers was this close to the Super Bowl. The game was played on January the 22nd. The time span from January the 2nd of 2017 to the day of the Super Bowl leaves us with a time span of 106 weeks. Right away, this screams prophecy here. 106 weeks. In Gematria, it is prophecy that equals 106. It is Green Bay versus Indianapolis that equals 106. It is prophecy. It is Indy that equals 52. Who will Luck win the Super Bowl against? 151. That is what this NFL season is all about when you include the end day of the start of the season to the day of the Super Bowl. When you don't include 151, it reveals who their opponent will be in the Super Bowl. All this is no coincidence. It is all by design. It is a tribute playing out. Notice how prophecy equals 106 and the Packers' record that year was 10-6. Or the fact that Georgia equals 44. They scored 44 points that game. Total of 65 points. 65 prior seasons for the Indianapolis Colts. The last time an AFC team won at the old Georgia Dome came against the Kansas City Chiefs. And in that game, the Falcons had a 7-5 record afterwards. What's funny about that is that in gematria it is Indianapolis Colts equals 75. So that reveals when the next time an AFC team will win a Super Bowl at the old Georgia Dome, there is some tribute that's being played out, because December the 4th of 2016, as I've done before, adds up to, let's see, 52. That's 52. 52 prior Super Bowls. Last time an AFC team won a game at the old Georgia Dome. The last game at the Georgia Dome was when Aaron Rodgers was this close to the Super Bowl. The last game at the Georgia Dome he lost to denied him a chance to play in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is at Atlanta this year. This is the rigged riddle. This is the rigged riddle for the football season. It all has to do with the last AFC win at the old Georgia Dome and the last game at the Georgia Dome, which featured Aaron Rodgers being denied an opportunity to play in his second Super Bowl. Funny enough, Kansas City equals 122, the NFC Championship game, the Packers and the Falcons, January the 22nd, the last time an AFC team won at the old Georgia Dome was Kansas City, lines up with the date of that 2017 NFC Championship game. Now, that day of the NFC Championship game, recall that Indianapolis equals 60, or the fact that the day after that NFC title game is January the 23rd, right, of 2017. So where was I at? Was that Indianapolis equals 60, right? And it is January the 22nd of 2017, adds up to 60. Because this date numerology equals 60, and because Indianapolis equals 60, this is all lining up as part of the riddle and the tribute. January the 23rd is the day of conference championship week of this season. If I recall, 8 days left, 3 in February, so yeah, I think it's the 24th of January this year is championship week. So here's the riddle. Here's what the start of the NFL season reveals about who's going to win. Aaron Rodgers' last NFC title game at the last game at the Georgia Dome, right? Last team to win over there. Lining up on date numerologies that tie into the Colts gematria values. It's all starting to line up.